I think that's the right one. I'm using my eCam as a virtual camera into the HAPS stream because I've actually liked to use the two cameras, as you can tell there. I've got the little picture insert, and that's a feature that eCam comes up with. Now, I'm not sure how I show the comments here. I've got stream details. Do I just turn them off? Oh, this is a bit interesting, isn't it? And I can't put on the, no, I can't put on the show you up in the actual stream chat on screen. It's just that I can see your comment there, Paula. So if I'm glancing across, it's because I'm looking at my Mac that's there. I've actually set the camera up in between this camera here and that camera, the camera. Look, I've got the two cameras closer so that I can see the comments a little bit easier, and it's not quite happening. I thought that I'd go on HAPS just to show the new card deck that I've got, and I haven't got it up the right way. Hold on. I need to go like that so that you can actually see the cards, because there they are. Hi, Keza. I can see that you're there as well. So here's the numbers work. So I thought, well, what I'd actually do is just try out a couple of card readings for you. That's the actual workbook that's here. And I am needing to hold the cards because it's a little bit difficult. I've got the camera closer than I usually do. So here we've got the, and if I move that, this time it's going to shift the focus of where the camera is. It's a bit awkward. I'm not quite sure how I'm doing the layout of these things. If I just shift this, I might be able to do it back to where I normally do. I am going to be a little bit further away, and I've just shifted where the camera is for that. There we go. You see how I've got it set up. It's a bit weird, isn't it? But I'm sort of needing to actually have that a bit closer to myself, and I've got the dog under the table, and she's probably not going to like that. You can see I've got my mouse here. I've just shifted that to there. Because it's in a portrait mode in this, now I might need to go over to that there, shrink me down a little bit further even. This is where it gets a bit interesting with the fact that they've got this in portrait mode, and I probably will drop down that because I don't need my website sitting there, do I? So how is everyone? This is just another go at trying out the HAPS, second version of HAPS. There's the cards. Now, what I want to do is switch this out and actually do the cards as a reading. So for you, Paula, do you mind if I actually pull you a card? These are numerology cards. I haven't actually done any readings with these yet at all. So I'm just going to try and place them where they need to be. So that's there and there. So what I'm going to do, what you've got is the mastery with the infinity. This time I am going to go to the book. So here we go. There's the book. And it's got lots of little categories. And in the 8 section, where it says what the number 8s are, it is, see, I don't know numerology all that well. That's why I want to learn this stuff. So there we've got it, that the 8, mastery, is a positive card, and it acknowledges it acknowledges achievement. So experience has brought you to a position of mastery. So no longer an initiate or beginner. So you set realistic goals and work to achieve these. So what you're needing to be conscious of is that you're getting there. You're not in that start stage, that you're actually in that active mastery stage, obviously, and here's 5, and what we've got's understanding in the 5 lot. And that is, am I in the right one? Oh yeah, it's in the middle. So this card indicates that you've got the ability to understand others who are different. So the client, you need to have balance of the inner and outer self, despite the involvement in varied activities. So to me, that's actually suggesting that you don't get super involved in that more one-on-one bit, but you're able to help others, and as well as your own mastery for theirs as well. Okay, so that's what I'm getting out of that one. So, I don't know how well I'm interpreting these. Because it's the numbers I'm not as familiar. Keza, would you like to have some cards as well? Um, I'll just shuffle them again. I'm actually able to see that I can actually use my fingers a little more dexterously with being able to shuffle the cards again. Only just though, I might add. So here we go with the construction. Is that in the right place? Yeah. There we go. Construction and freedom. So that's how, at least I know I've got them sort of lined up there. I might even put myself over this. Whoa, too far. No, then I'm looking out of the screen, aren't I? If I'm looking there. Is that right? Let me have a look. No, I'm going to have to do it differently. Let me have a look here. Actually, it is taking a bit of time to muck around with the buttons. It is, isn't it? I've just got to place them differently because what I'm seeing on my screen as to what is on your screen with the uh, portrait mode's a bit different. So what we've got here is the number 4 and 5. So it's the construction number 4. So that's the page for number 4 there, which you should see. Yep. I've got to keep looking over to that camera a bit. I haven't quite got the pointy bit with this thumb yet. I'll get it there. Right, construction. So efforts should lead to a useful, reliable outcome. So it points to the need for hard work and discipline. So undertaken with a sense of responsibility as well. So that's what the construction is. And then as we're moving on to card number 5, which there's the guidebook, and it's the key word is evolve. With that freedom card, it's actually a change, bringing more opportunity for personal freedom coming up. So travel of any kind will be worthwhile. Resourcefulness will allow necessary adjustments to be made. So it almost looks like, in how you're going to build things up to a point where you're going to be able to at least spend some time on a holiday at some point. I dare say when borders are finally open freely, might be one of those indicators there. So let's hope, hey? And so thanks, Keza. Oh, we've got Kerry Ann. Good afternoon. How are you? And we've got Debbie. Hi, Debbie. And you'd like a reading as well? Oh, cool. And Caitlin. G'day, Caitlin. It'd be really nice when Haps can get that putting things on the screen like it had before, because that's fun. Now, who's next? We've got Keza. So I'll do a card. Well, I actually do them in pairs because it does create a bit more of the story, doesn't it? So this is Keza. Now I've got to put them in the right spot, don't I? Expression and contemplation. So that, I think I've got them in about the right spot for being on the screen, showing up properly. Correct? Yes. Cool. That's good. So expression is card number 3. And I won't bother putting that underneath. You'll see I am using the guidebook with these. It's the first time I've used these cards. And because the numbers aren't my familiar forte, I thought, well, I will read it from the guidebook to start with until I become a little more familiar with them. So the 2 cards that you've got is the 3 and the 7. So it's the 3 with the digit 3, which I'll just take that off there. See how that's the digit and this is the letter, the word. I don't know that it makes a huge amount of difference, but I think one of the explanations of that difference was, now I can't remember. It's not to do with the major numbers, and it does make a bit of a difference whether you have your day number, as in your birthday day number, whether in either of those are that, it gives it a bit more significance, but I don't know it all together at the moment. We'll just read it from the book. So, as far as with the expression card, what you've got is positive channeling of time, money, or energies. They can make creativity more effective. So, it really is that being creative, getting yourself into that mode of whatever you're feeling you're needing to express, do it in the way that you feel best in expressing it, whether it's painting, whether it's music, whether it's writing even. Use words well, developing skills in communication. So uh, obviously this one's a little bit more focused on the communicating side of it with words, but you can do it in whatever way you feel comfortable expressing yourself, is what I would think. And as far as the 7 goes, it's a bit of an analyse number, going from what the key word is, but the card that is here is the contemplation one. So it really is spending a bit of quiet reflection time to renew your energies, deepen your understanding. So however you're wanting to express yourself, it's taking it to the next level of that contemplation mode. So matters would be assisted by taking time out in order to gain that further direction or that further depth of expression even. So hopefully that's understandable for you. Now that was Kerry Ann, wasn't it? Was it? Was that one Kerry Ann? Now I've forgotten where I'm up to. This is where having it on the Be Live and I can have your comment there. I know who I'm up to. Doing it this way is a little bit different. I can't quite. Where was I up to, please? Was that Kerry Ann? I can respond to this, can't I? Let me just have a look. You're going to get the side of my head while I do this. Oh, no, look, I'm not going to do that because it's weird. I can't. I mean, I can, but it's responding as I don't know how or where this goes to. It goes to, yeah, so it was Kerry Ann. Okay, so I've got Debbie next. You'd like to have a reading. I'll just go reply next. Yours is now. I'm just going to write the card numbers out there too for you to look up yourselves later. I think that's how I might track it, just for this small number that we've got here at the moment. So this one's Debbie's, and I'm just going to do that one and that one. So you've got 2, and let me see, 2, money. Well, let's see if I can actually do this where it's not wasting time. Because, and 9. This takes a bit of time. Indulgence. There. At least I know I've kept up. I know which one it is. So there we go. We've got 2, which is harmony, and 9, indulgence. Now I've just got to look up the card in the book. 2, and my thumb's not working already. Oh, sorry, camera there. My thumb's not working already. Oh, there we go. That's the book guidance, and we have harmony is balance in all areas is indicated here. So it's the interdependence and compassion that you're needing. The card could point to a harmonious relationship, and it could be peace and loveliness are vital for you to then maybe have a little bit of self-indulgence with the 9 card. That's what I'm looking at. Almost looks like self-love, doesn't it? And the 9 keyword is I serve. So you're going to be discovering what lies at the heart of the situation. So meet your own needs, but guard against self-indulgence. Now, I don't see the capital self without it being selfish. There may be the call to reflect on personal beliefs, and it's actually bringing that into harmony once you're able to do that. That's what I'm getting from those 2. Okay, let's see who's next. Hopefully this is gelling for people. I'll work out a system at some point where it actually is smooth with the haps anyway. So we're up to, now that was, we had Debbie. So that was Debbie's. Oh, these things go off the screen fairly easily. this is only the second time that I've actually done the hats using the newer version. So please, thank you for your understanding and indulgence, really. So I've done Paula's, done Kez's, done one for Kerry Ann and one for Debbie. Caitlin, it would be you next, wouldn't it? Yes, so let's go do one for Caitlin. I'm just going to respond here. Caitlin Fura, and your cards are. Let's do 2 cards for you, Caitlin. I'm not going to be rushing through these. I will put probably, it's 5 o'clock. I'm cooking my own tea tonight, so I will have to have a short session because what I'm doing is a little roast porky thingy. Actually, belly. What do you call it? Pork belly? Now I go up there. I've got to line this up in the cards. Oh, hang on. If I go like that, that's how I like them, leaning in a bit. There we go. That'll do. So for you, Caitlin, we've got 1, independence, and 9, abundance. Oh, that sounds good, doesn't it? So get the guidebook. So here's the guidebook. So number 1, oh gee, yep, that hurt the thumb, is I act. And you've got the independence card, which is conditions call for independent thought and innovative action. So it is possible to strike out on your new path. For me, anything that's a 1 is a new path, some new direction as well, anyway. So it's possible to strike out on that new path. The conditions enable you to stand on your own 2 feet. And especially that we've got the 9 card with the abundance, that you're going to need to acknowledge your life's blessings as love is radiated out to others. So you are certainly going to be able to put out that beautiful energy as you're starting on that new path. And as surely it's given, you'll also receive. So universal love will restore material and spiritual needs with the abundance card. So that's not bad, actually. Oh, well, it's not bad. It's good. It's very good. I see all things as being good anyway. So, Keza, thanks. Look, you're saying thank you. That's lovely, as well as Paula did, and so did Kerry Ann. It's lovely. Oh, it's a lady before you. Kerry Ann, did I do a card for you or not? I'm losing the track. Oh, thanks, Michael. You love my voice and energy. Oh, thank you. So did I leave you out, Kerry Ann? Ooh, did I? Oopsie. You might need to mention it. Have I? And as always, thank you to Debbie. Kathy, yeah, you can have a reading, but I'd love it if Kerry Ann's there. Have I done a card for you? Done some cards for you, Kerry Ann? No. Okay, so this is Kerry Ann's. This next one. And I'll just go Kerry Ann because I can do the reply. And for you, it's not as easy to track it, Kerry Ann, on this one. At least with most of the B.Live ones, I was able to put them on the screen and do it that way. But I'm actually quite enjoying having the variety of destinations that the HAPS app brings to it. So just doing your cards. And there we go, up there. Just wanting to place them about right. That one needs to go up a bit. Double ones. That's almost like 11, the master number, isn't it? So what we've got is 1. Independence. Oh, wow. Independence and 1, courage. Even before I've looked at the cards, I can see that that's a good card set, that pair. Creates that 11 as a master number as well, but it also breaks down to 2 when you add them up. I'm not going to do this is where I'll get more, the more I practice doing this, the easier doing a reading with these number cards will be. So with the 1 and the independence, so it calls for independent thought and innovative action. So it's possible for you to strike out on the new path, as we just had. The conditions are going to enable you to stand on your own 2 feet. And having courage is part of that too. So you are going to be able to do that with strength and purpose after careful consideration. So you are going to put a lot of thought into this. It should matters should be tackled with the courage and determination, and it's not a time where you need to sit back and procrastinate or be indecisive. Take the actions and actually step into it, because the one card is an action card. So you're certainly going to be able to move forward with determination's what I'm getting for that one, Kerry Ann. So great. Goody, goody, goody. Well, I think so. You're certainly going to be able to get some things done. Now we've got, who's next? I'm a bit disconcerted. I'm seeing me looking away from the screen each time I do that, as I'm looking that way, but I can't do anything much about it. Unless I can monitor on the iPad as well there. Oh, then it's the sound and all that sort of stuff that's going to be a pain in the neck. I won't say ass, but I said it, didn't I? Oops. So who was after you then? Let me go back, because I've got Kerry Ann. Yes, I've just done yours. Debbie. Was it Debbie Sim? Have I done Debbie's? Let me have a look. Caitlin. Debbie. Yes, I've done Debbie's. I like the way I've been able to respond to you at least. Keza Kerry Ann, I didn't miss you now because I've done yours. Caitlin, I've done yours. Whew. Have I caught up? Now, Michael, did you want a card? A pair of cards? 2 cards? A reading? You're there, but you haven't sort of asked. So I was just wondering, would you like a reading there? And it really is disconcerting. I'm looking over there and I can see I'm just looking away from the screen. Not a good look. Not a good look. What I should do is actually put that there until I actually put some cards down for someone that wants a reading. Shouldn't I? And it doesn't look so obvious I'm looking away from the screen as such. Yeah. So thank you. I think I might leave it there because Michael hasn't mentioned that he'd like a reading. I don't really want to read unless someone's actually asking for it. But they are a very nice deck in respect of, I'm pretty sure that they're going to be a fairly easy one to learn to read fairly well once I've got the gist of being able to interpret numbers and the numerology of it. Although it's not a set that's for numerology, it is, in a way, it sort of is, but it's not. I've only read the first part of the booklet yet, so that's why a bit. I'm not sure. So there you go. So that's the deck. Oops, now I need to shift it this way, don't I, to actually fit in. So there we go. That is the deck that I've been using. It's just opened 2 days ago because that's when I received it. I just didn't have time today or yesterday or today, really, through the day to do a decent go at this. And I still would like to learn it a little bit more before I do more that's online. So that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you. Oh, that pops up in the head, doesn't it? That's interesting. So I could almost have that down there as far as the swap. I might change it around. We'll see. It's pressing buttons and playing around with what's available, isn't it? So thanks for popping in and saying hello and asking for readings. I'll get more practiced at it at some point, so thank you. And I'll leave it till the next time I pop in. Thank you. And find out where the end stream button is. It's here somewhere.